Any form of online dating, whether that's ethically non-monogamous dating or not, requires a level of investment if you actually want to meet someone. If you want to simply hook up with them and maybe casually date or mess around, or not sure what you're looking for, then this video isn't for you. But if you want to meet someone or some people with genuine intentions, i.e., genuine couples, then you will want to continue watching. Sometimes when people approach me wanting my help on a one-to-one basis, their reason for doing so is not, can you help me get started, but rather, I don't know where I'm going wrong. And several times a week, I receive emails, DMs, and comments from people asking for my advice on one particular topic. Why am I not getting anywhere online? My name is Rosie Kay, and I'm an open relationship coach and swinger lifestyle expert. And over on my blog site, ThisKindaGirl.co.uk, I aim to banish the myths and the stigmas associated with the swinger lifestyle. And I teach people who swingers really are. I work with both couples and single people to give them an understanding of what the world of ethical non-monogamy really is. So, this video is, of course, called 3 Common Mistakes People Make When They Are Searching for Swingers Online. And really, it boils down to one important factor. You need to be an invested online dater. So, number 1, the first common mistake is that people are looking in the wrong places, and they're looking on the free websites, and this is what I call the free site mentality. And people will write to me and they'll say, I've signed up for a free swinger site, I've made a profile, but no one responds to my messages. What am I doing wrong? Now, if you're familiar with the world of online swinger dating or alternative, I'm going to say dating, you will know what I'm talking about when I refer to the free signs. I'm just wondering whether that's any better. It is. Let's turn that. You will know what it is I'm talking about when I talk about free sites. Now, there's nothing wrong with free sites per se, and they do serve a purpose, and I do teach my clients how to use them to get the most out of them. But you have to understand that they are only ever going to be of limited use, because with the free site comes what I call the free site mentality. How much value do we place on things that are free? You get a free Coke when you go to the drive-through. It doesn't matter if you don't drink it all because it was free. You get a free t-shirt at the store if you buy 2 t-shirts in a particular range and you get another one as a third. Free. It doesn't matter if you don't wear it or you send it around in the wrong wash or it's not exactly your right colour, because it was free. So it doesn't really matter. You're given an extra side of chips at the restaurant, but you don't eat them, so they go to waste. But it doesn't matter because that's right, you guessed it, it was free. So you get what I'm saying? We don't, as humans, we don't place a lot of value on things that are free. I could talk at length as the mistakes that people make about dating and giving things away for free, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stick to this analogy because it's the most straightforward to understand. Essentially, we don't place value on things which are given to us. We don't value things that we haven't had to work hard for, and swinging and dating sites, swing or otherwise, are exactly the same. If users don't have to invest anything up front, they aren't going to invest anything long term. You sign up for a free dating site, which you only spend 5 minutes on your profile. Why? Because it was free. It doesn't matter if you don't use it because you haven't had to pay for it. Essentially, you haven't had to do anything to get established online besides making a very basic profile. So where is the incentive to do more? And if all the other users also have this mentality, as most of them do, then there's no real kind of incentive for you to progress more because the people around you are also in the same position. With this free mentality comes a general lack of interest, investment, and understanding of what the lifestyle or any dating site really entails. Because the sites don't ask for anything, the users don't feel the need to give anything, and this is where they are going wrong. So that's what I call the free site mentality. Number 2 is to another mistake that people make. And this is what I call the hookup mentality, okay? Another question I was sent. Hi, Rosie. We signed up for an adult dating site, but we keep getting, do you want to hook up messages? And when couples do message us, they don't appear to be very genuine profiles. What are we doing wrong? So, the hookup site. When I receive messages like this, as I do on a daily basis, I always reply with, well, what sites are you using? And if the sender replies with a less reputable dating site or what I call a hookup dating site, then this quickly determines the problem. Now, again, there's nothing wrong with these sites if you want to use them, but you have to see that they have limitations. I was speaking to a client last week who had approached me because of this exact problem. And the first thing I said to him when we sat down, I said, what sites are you using? And he told me, and I laid out the problems for him. It's not his fault. He's new to the lifestyle. He wasn't sure where to look. He typed in adult dating sites or, couples dating sites online. This site came up first, thanks to the algorithm, because it's popular. And he clicked on it, but it's not necessarily for genuine couples. It's for hookups and the hookup mentality and people who like to mess around. And this is where he was going wrong. If you choose a hookup site, as this gentleman did, even if you don't realize that it's a hookup site, you will be met with these low investment users. As I said, sometimes it's not always people's fault, and they sign up for them with the hope to find other adults to connect with. And there are a few sites which masquerade as swinger sites or alternative dating sites, but are essentially hookup sites. And if you're new to the lifestyle, you won't know the difference. If you're not sure which ones to go for, then do please check out my article on websites called Websites to Find Swingers. I'll put a link in the description for this video. It's one I did write a while ago, but the information in there is still valid. As with the free site mentality, the users on these sites are not overly invested in the lifestyle, and very often they've adopted a hookup mindset. In vanilla dating, I'd call it the Tinder mindset, which is exactly as it sounds. If a site is called something like adult, I'm making these up because I don't want to shame these websites because there's nothing wrong with them. I don't want to say bad things about them and slur, but if they're called like hookup or meetup or, instant match or instant hookup or something like that, or something which doesn't sound like the users are going to be very invested. It doesn't sound like people are there for a long time. They're just there for simply a quick satisfaction, quick fix. Then chances are that's what they're there for. And that's what people will expect to experience. You wouldn't go on one of these sites if you were looking to find a genuine couple for, friendship and go on a vanilla date and do the whole process slowly as many couples want. So if you're not looking for a quickie or a hookup, and let's face it, many genuine couples aren't, then I'm afraid these sites are not worth your time. So that's number 2. Number 3, as to why people are making mistakes when they're searching for people for swingers online, is this mentality. Okay, it's called the expectant mentality, and this is a really common mistake that so many people make. I received a question. I'm going to read it to you. Hi, Rosie. I've signed up to a swinger dating site and I've made a profile and I've sent some messages and I'm expecting to hear back from people, but I'm still waiting for somebody to reply. Why am I not getting anywhere? Okay, so much like visiting a swingers club and being surprised when you don't automatically get involved in the action, this type of mentality is unfortunately another that I have come across frequently. This person perhaps has paid for a membership to a site, but other than signing up, paying monthly, making a basic profile, and sending a few messages, they do very little to engage with others or apply any creative flair to their profile. Essentially, they're not working very hard. Sure, they have a profile picture. Sometimes this is of a person's genitals. and they filled in the basics. But other than that, they haven't really sold themselves. You have to remember that to stand out online, you must put in some time and effort and make yourself appealing. You need to do your homework. Unfortunately, a few pictures of you getting down to it and 3 sentences in your bio isn't going to cut it. The marketplace is unfortunately flooded with profiles just like this, and you will be overlooked and you will be disregarded. Sure, you're interested in the lifestyle and your intentions, they may be genuine, but your profile is generic, your pictures are too explicit, and your messages are very lackluster. I know that sounds like I'm being harsh, and I know that sounds like I'm being critical, but I'm being very honest. How do I know all this? Because I work with clients who have these very profiles, and I turn them from bland to brilliant, I must say. And that's what I do as one of the services I provide for people. I take people's profiles and I talk them and I teach them how to make something outstanding, and so they get noticed. So seeing these profiles and looking at the competition and looking at the users out there, it's very easy to see how people fall into, that kind of that bracket. And also sometimes I think we play things safe, we dial it down, we aren't sure what to put, so we don't put very much because we're not sure how to sell ourselves. Talking about yourself positively and selling yourself is not something which comes naturally or easily to us as humans. We have to be trained in how to teach people and how to communicate with people our skill set and big ourselves up and sell ourselves. It's not a thing that we do naturally. So doing it online and doing it in the environment of a swinger dating site, which is very alien, and a lot of people are, I've got a cat hair on my face. People are not familiar with it. So they very often dial things down and they don't know what to put. They look at other profiles and they see a profile with a profile picture and a few sentences and they think that will cut it. It won't. So that is my conclusion as to 3 common mistakes people make when they are searching for swingers online. You've got the expectant mentality, you've got the hookup mentality, and you've got the free site mentality. If you'd like to find out more about this, as I hope you would, then do please hit the description for this video below, because I've written a really lengthy blog article not only talking about those in more detail, but also talking about the things that you can do to stand out, what your profile says about you, and how to interact with people and be more engaging. If you'd like to find out more about the work that I do and download one of my guides, read my blog articles, or get in touch with me about a coaching session, or read some of my success stories from my previous clients, then you can do. Please do visit my site, ThisKindaGirl.co.uk, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more of my videos. Thank you very much, and I shall see you all next time.